There's 5 things that you can do to increase your ad copy. Okay, so here's just a quick checklist. First of all, you want to be different, right? Sticky. You want to stick out. What do I mean by being sticky? Be something that someone remembers, right? So the idea here is here's 5 different kind of variations of something that you can do that you're already doing. So take a story ad that maybe you've written or had someone write for you, or maybe you're working with your coach to write one currently, and maybe change it into a screenplay style. Like write a screenplay. I don't know if anyone's out there even tried it, but like writing a different style of how your story is presented usually increases your views. Increasing your views will then definitely bring you lower cost leads. So a screenplay is one way that you can change your story dramatically. We wrote one and it's been one of our best performing ads ever. Secondly, we saw Adler do this. She wrote a letter to her son. And then she posted that as her story ad about basically like, hey, I'm so sorry I missed all of your growing up, and, you know, please forgive me, and like this kind of a letter, and just crushed it with it. So like there's another idea. You could actually do the screenplay, or you could write a letter to somebody. Maybe it's a long lost relative. Maybe it's even a famous person, right? Like I think that would be really, really catchy and definitely something different. The next thing, and these are more tactics in your story ads, use quotation marks. Experts say if you use quotation marks, your story has this flair of life, like it's alive instead of just being words on a page. And there's actually potentially I think it's like 23% more likely to read a story that has quotes than not quotes. So it's definitely a good tip for you there. Also, quote famous people. Start learning quotes from famous people. Put that into your writing. You will see conversions go up. And lastly, this is one of my favorites. Use as much statistics as you can. I'm kind of a numbers guy, so I'll go off like, like usdebtclock.org, for example. They say, I think it's like 83% of the North American population hate their job. Right? That's not me saying that. That's the US debt clock. And if you can write that in a story and even quote, like, check out US debt clock for yourself. It shows credit card debt. It shows a bunch of like statistics that you could throw into your stories. So that's a good place to go look for that stuff. Other than that, like definitely any other statistics that you can find, go to credible sources like Forbes or Newsweek or places like that. See the statistics that they're writing. Look at their headlines. Copy some of those headlines down a little bit, change them around to make it work for you. And guys, you keep doing this stuff over and over, a couple of things are going to happen. You're going to get really good at writing copy, and your story ads are going to be explosive, and they're going to bring out these results that you're like, no way this is happening, but it is happening, right? So, and that's truly what's happened to us, you know? And so again, try to change up the format of your story. Like try something like a screenplay, or maybe write like a letter to somebody that you love. And then use quotes, quote famous people, and use statistics. Those are the 5 tips for today.